Hello, streaming to you live on Rumble. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Thursday, July 2nd, 2026. And you can see I'm wearing a special shirt today, and it's I don't know the result of the World Cup soccer game between Portugal and Croatia, but that's the reason for me wearing the jersey. So I am of Croatian descent. So and we'll see how it goes with the soccer. I don't know. But with that, I'm going to do today's workout regardless. So I'm going to do a 9-minute warm-up and then shoulders, rotators, and traps. And then today's subject, which I will talk about, is apheresis. And stick around if you want to learn a little bit about it. I have some information to share. So without further ado, I'm going to put on a heart rate monitor as I normally do. Yesterday I hit a maximum heart rate of 208 beats per minute during the warm-up, during the intensity portion of the warm-up. And I do this purposely because I like to test myself. And so I'm going to put the X49 on underneath the wristband, one on each side. And I am wearing the X39, which you'll see right there. So, and let's get on with it. So, turn on the speaker. I'm going to change the screen. And in the background, you can hear the sound of glory, which is deuterium depleted water being made as we speak. So, today's order of exercises are on the screen there as well. Oh, my heart rate's up. Today's tempo I'm going to set at, yesterday I did, I don't know, I think it was 146. I don't know. I'm going to try 142 today. Slightly slower. So, or, actually, I'm going to do 165. I changed my mind. So it's going to be quicker, and with the 9 minutes, I'm going to do the hit. So basically, it's going to be 30 seconds low and then 30 seconds high. So basically, high will be at 165. And then low intensity will be whatever intensity you want. So whatever you feel most comfortable with. So, and we'll do a variety of different tricks. I'll probably get into double unders as well. So without further ado, let's go. With today's tempo, I'm going to try to skip on one leg too. So just hop on one leg for 15 seconds and then hop on the other arm for 15 seconds and try not to mess up. See, it's hard. So with the soccer game today, I do not know what the outcome is or whether they're still playing. I suspect the game is still happening. Or maybe not. tempo at 165, doing crisscrosses. It's pretty aggressive. And it's the pace that I will be skipping at tomorrow for They Feel It Friday. Skipping like this helps to improve mind-muscle connection, coordination. Something that's very important for you as you age. So, one of the reasons why I do this every day. Really? Alright. That's it for the warm-up. Feels really good today, actually. In order to get my heart rate really going, doing that 2.5 minutes of high intensity with lots of double unders, that's when I get my heart rate really up. And it reflected yesterday. So if you watch the replay, you can see where I hit over 200 beats per minute, and I held that for 1 minute and 2 seconds, that tempo or that heart rate. So there's definitely no fluke that yours truly is as real as a heart attack. All right. Today's exercises are going to be, I'm going to start with face pulls. That's where I'm going to take the red bands here. And attach ankle straps to the red bands. And then I'm going to grab a third band, which will be a green one. Alright. So that's 2 minutes for rest and recovery. I'm going to change the tempo back down to 60 beats per minute to help with counting, or not necessarily counting the number of reps, but to help with isometric holds and explosives. So I like to include those movements as part of the the exercise for the particular group that I'm working on. And today, with the face pulls, the first one, I'm adjusting the height of this here, so that way my elbows are kind of in line with the the wall, the anchor point. And so I'm going to grab here my handy remote. And yesterday, during one of the exercises, I changed the program that I used, not knowing. But so instead of 3 minutes, it was 5 minutes of working the muscle, and that was for quads or something, I think it was. So with this one here, I'm going to grab the green band, which is anchored on the bottom, and that's going to be rotating up like this, and then the red bands. So, but keep in mind, if you're doing this for the first time, always start light. So this is the face pull. isometrically. And of course this remote is tapping. It's driving me nuts. I'm annoyed by that. Oh, wow. Wow. Even still, with using the red bands for the last few months, this still gets the muscle to fire. Oh. And when it's fatigued, it's fatigued. Oh. Wow. Wow. I really don't care what anybody thinks. I know that this training works, and I keep doing it, and my strength levels keep increasing because I can each week I'm able to do slightly longer holding these bands, and it's taking time for the strength to build, but it's also dependent on how much you eat too. So if you eat lots, well then you're gonna your body's gonna build the muscle, right? So but if you want to gradually keep your strength going or just maintain it, then this is a perfect way of doing it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to switch to archers now. So that's where I'm going to take the vibration plate and I'm going to change the position. Sorry if I start thinking, and I'm processing what I'm going to say. Okay, so with the archers, the idea is to kind of mimic what I did with the fly the other day, but just going to check it here to see that the vibration plate is in the center. Yeah, more or less. Okay. Now, with this one here, I put it in the left, and then this one here is going to alternate to the other side. All right, so want the bands to be pulling on the rear deltoid here at the stretch point, and I'm now moving them across like this. Keep the knees locked so that way the vibration travels all the way up to your shoulders. Alright, I'm going to switch angles now, so this one's going to be more higher. Alright, so next up is side lateral raises. So I'm going to take a third band here and put door anchors in this red band. So 1 and 2, and then switch the or put ankle straps. I've got a second set here that is free, and this will go underneath my feet. Then I will also grab a green band, which will be attached to a D-ring here on the wall, and then I'm going to grab a second ring here. I'm going to put through this side, and this one here is going to just going to put the ring through, anchor it in, and use the green band. So this one's going to come foot height. Now I'm just going to kind of realign the vibration plate with the center point, and somewhere there. There we go. Good. Now, I just moved the vibration plate so I'm behind the green bands. be on the outside of my feet. All right, now I'm going to crisscross the red band and then crisscross the green ones and start. So here the medial deltoid is being activated. Doing half reps. So half, now full. Different tempo. Holding it here isometrically, I can feel the rear, or the, not the rear, the medial deltoid still being activated. Wow. Very good. All right, next up is I'm going to switch to the front deltoid. So I have one red band that's on the wall here. I'm going to take this off. And this one's going to get a door anchor. All right. And the other red band that was from the other post will be getting a door anchor as well. So and with this, I'm going to take the green band here, and I'm going to double them up. So they're going to get And the reason being I'm doing this is to get the full range of movement for the front deltoid, because they get activated from this point. So here pushing, that's when the deltoid gets activated. So, and the idea is to get that range of movement and then the balance pressing upwards. So, all right, I just see here something happened. All right. Just gonna see how far I have to go forward. So that's where the bands are going to be placed. So I want them to be pressing like this here, but I want that movement and then up. So I see where the plate needs to go. Here somewhere. Yeah. All right. Then I'm going to take the red bands, and these ones are going to go underneath my feet. Before I step onto this one here, all right, looks good. So these guys get attached to the elbows. So that way I have tension here, so the green bands are pulling from behind me. And then I'm going to press the red ones the rest of the way up. So it turns into a three-dimensional, I guess, if you want. Oh, wow. What happened here? So I'm targeting the front delts with the same kind of weight as I do the rear. Wow. front delts, they're not as strong as the rear delts, especially with that same resistance. So I know I have work to do, which is okay, it's good. Next up is rotator. So I'm going to take the grain band that I attached for the face pull, and that one's I'm gonna use that guy for this exercise. And I'm gonna grab a smaller ankle strap that I wrapped around a couple times. That way I can hold on to it, or it can stay positioned on my wrist, because I'm not going to hold it in my palm or in my hand, because I don't want the flexion from my wrist to get involved with the rotator. So with this here, so I'm going to be, I have the pool noodle, as you see, and keep the knees locked. Explode out. Slow negative. Twist away. Work the rotator from that range of movement. Face now towards the wall, towards the resistance, to put a little bit more tension on the end portion of the movement. Rotate perpendicular now with the wall. Hold it isometrically. Keep holding it. Keep that tension on. Wow. Alright, now I'm going to change the position of the pool noodle to the other side and use my fist and hold my elbow in place while you're holding the pool noodle, and rotate externally through there. Just to change the angle a little bit. Wow. Rotate back, put the pool noodle back on the side, on the working side. Oh wow. Gosh. Wow. That really activates that rotator. Getting it from the different angles. And it feels very, very good to strengthen it. for the other side. Hold the cool noodle with the opposing opposite side. Use the fist to hold the elbow in place. Switch back. Rotate away. Wow, I certainly make the muscle feel it. Really, there's a lot of discomfort. In a good way. I'm getting that fatigue. So last but not least is traps. So let's take, I'll take the small ankle straps. That I just put on the green band. I'm going to grab double orange. Let's see here. Oh, I'm going to do these guys. Just switch it up a little bit. Alright. With the traps, I'm going to do a farmer's carry, essentially. So this is my version of a farmer's carry. So having the bands attached like this. So resistance and so I have full stretch on the trapezius and then shrugging them up, holding it isometrically, getting the vibration to travel all the way up into the shoulder. And there's tension. Explode. Explode again. Hold it. Slow negative. Shrugging them slowly, letting the resistance activate the muscle. Let the muscle it up within the range of movement. Solid, solid. I really like that variation. So, that's it for today's workout. So I'm just going to switch the screens here. Let's have a look. So today's date stamp, July 2nd, 2026. Starting time at 6:06 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Maximum heart rate I hit today was 143. So much lower than yesterday. And it just depends what I do for the warm-up. So today was the 9-minute hit. So 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And you can see lots how my heart rate here, I'm just gonna change the color. You can see here how it's sawtoothing like this, which, whoops, but gradually kind of going up linear like that, but still sawtooth. So it's interesting observation for me. So it's showing that I'm keeping the intensity up and my body is adapting. And what I like to see here is also a strong recovery. So that happens regularly. And then here, there's another lower heart rate. So I don't remember what I was doing at that time, what was happening. But nonetheless, not a super high heart rate effort today. Not like yesterday at 208. So it some days are like that and some days are not. So it depends on how well I sleep, what I eat, and how much water I drink, let's say. I didn't drink much today. Maybe a liter worth so far today. That's it. Of deuterium depleted water, mind you. So, today's subject, apheresis. And this is something that I wanted to share. And it's touching base, something I touched base on earlier this week where I called it EBO 203. I didn't know. I followed the nickname that was on the video. So, but apparently this process is called apheresis. And on LinkedIn, I found a post here that says most people have no idea this exists, which I didn't know either until I saw the video over the weekend. And what it could mean for longevity. So, apheresis, a medical procedure that filters your blood. Blood gets drawn, passed through a machine that removes specific components, then returned to your body. Okay? Think dialysis. But instead of filtering waste, it targets specific things, plasma, inflammatory proteins, even microplastics. That's interesting. So, where we are exposed to things our bodies were never designed to handle, which is microplastics, environmental toxins, inflammatory markers that build up over time. And your body clears some of it, but not all of it. So apheresis is being explored as a way to remove what accumulates, the stuff linked to aging, inflammation, and disease. The different types: plasmapheresis removes and replaces plasma. Lipoprotein apheresis removes LDL cholesterol for genetic high cholesterol conditions. Therapeutic apheresis targets autoimmune or blood disorders. The idea of actively removing harmful components, not just adding supplements, is a genuine shift in how we think about health. But I'd approach it like everything: curious but evidence-led, excited but not naive. Science will tell us if the hype is justified. For now, it's worth watching closely. And I agree it's worth watching closely because there's nothing wrong with cleaning your blood, you know. But the other thing too is most of us, even myself, up until 5 years ago, I wasn't replenishing my body with the cleanest and most absorbable. And when you don't do that, then things start to accumulate. And they can accumulate fast. Now, it is very well known that herbs are good at helping the body filter out and act in the same way as apheresis, essentially. And so if you are consuming a combination of different herbs, they can help to extract and grab onto mercury inside the body and pull it out. And it's commonly known that cilantro helps to detox mercury out of the body. It's commonly known. If you're a naturopath, you know this. If you're not a naturopath, well, now you know. And when you combine cilantro with other herbs, you can actually increase the effectiveness in grabbing onto other heavy metals inside the body and pulling them out. Now, if those herbs are coated with glyphosate, well then you kind of are defeating, you're half there in a roundabout way, where those herbs will not become as effective because the glyphosate is known to be a disruptor of the gut. And so if the gut is not absorbing the herbs, well then guess what? Then the herbs don't get into the blood and the herbs don't flow through the body to act as, you know, a magnet for grabbing these toxins. So could there be a compounding effect of, you know, some of these things, these toxins? Yeah, I would think so. So, you know, does water help with removing inorganic materials out of the body? Yeah, I would think so. Because, you know, it's like if you have if you replenish consistently with the cleanest and most absorbable, then you're going to give your body a fighting chance. And you know that this is why when you see John Ellis, let me see if I can find he actually posted a new picture of himself. See if I can find it here quickly before I finish today's episode. Yeah, okay. Oh, really? Groups. Nope, not there. Ah. Oh, I think I know where to go now. I apologize for not being very prompt. So, found it here. And I'm just going to change screen. All right, so John Ellis water. So John Ellis himself, this is him back when he competed in the Olympics, the Berlin Olympics, as a matter of fact. So he won 2 gold medals. So he's a real man, still alive today. And here, he celebrated just recently his 96th birthday. So I'm going to show you a picture of him where... So there's him, 1965. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, of course you can't. So I'm going to fix this here. So you can see him there, 96 years young. Right there. That's John. So, does he look 96 years old? No, doesn't. Let's see if I can zoom in here. So, John is actually, it's pretty interesting to see his progress as he continues to drink the cleanest and most absorbable water. And is he extending, or maybe extending, I would say in extending, he's maximizing his longevity. Now, does he get a lot of sunlight? I would sure hope so, because then he's going to be combining the water with that of, you know, the process of photobiomodulation. So do you need to have this as part of your toolbox, if you want to call it that? Well, if you're not getting enough sunlight every single day, well then this is something you should really consider having in your toolbox. And the reason being is because it works. The patents don't exist if it didn't. So when I talk about powering your DNA with the best, you know, it's you need a combination of things in order to really do that. So to stimulate mitochondria strength and reproduction within the body, but you also remember, in order to fuel the cells, you got to have the pieces. There's no secret behind it. Got to have all the pieces come together like this, and when they do, then the cells become strong and they prosper, and it reflects in your complexion, your mental clarity, and your performance, your increased energy and vitality, faster recovery. When you sleep, you wake up, you're refreshed. The things that I have experienced just are so good. So good. And you don't get there unless you're consistent, essentially. And with my 50th birthday, I'm what now, 79 days? 79 days till my 50th birthday. And I feel superb. So, and maybe I'll feel even better when I find out what the outcome of the soccer game is. I see it. There is a text, so we'll see what transpires out of that. But if you want to find out more about the X39 and the benefits that you want to experience, then consider visiting unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysites.com. That's the QR code. Scan it, or click on the links in the description, and then you'll see here what bioenergy products are available and what do they do. I call it bioenergy because that's my thing, and there's PubMed ID references and studies that really back the the technology and the process. It's very well known that photobiomodulation is a real thing, and the X39 is one of those things that just works. So, and always remember to support the tripeptides that you are asking your body to generate. So as you see on the screen, the X39 activates the body to produce the GHK tripeptide, and when copper combines with the GHK, it becomes the GHKCU. And alternatively, for the X39 or the X49, which is the phototherapy patch for activating the AHK, and you see the 3 amino acids there. And when it combines with copper, it becomes the AHKCU. And lastly, glutathione, which is the YH Renew. I wear that when I go to sleep. And that is the master antioxidant tripeptide that your body produces. And when you support your body, good things happen. So, you know, there's no secret behind wanting to live well, live long, and live young. But if you want to unlock your bioenergy, you gotta do the things. There's, you know, just like training, you can't out-train a bad diet. If you're gonna eat like crap all the time, if you're gonna eat crap all the time, well then guess what? You're gonna look like crap, and you're gonna feel like crap. It's as simple as that. So, you know, be consistent, as I am here every day, trying to motivate you. And tomorrow will be Feel It Friday, so I'll be playing with the cards, and maybe I'll have something special. We'll see what happens after I finish this live stream. So tune in tomorrow. I'll see you then. Eat well, sleep well, and always remember, you can do it. Smile. All right? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.